All right, guys, this is more of a project reveal. I'm sharing information more and more with each video. And without a doubt, straight up, hands down, this is the best Bitcoin wallet you are ever going to encounter or experience. The things behind this Bitcoin wallet are phenomenal, and I'm going to get into it, sharing more information with you guys in this video, showing you guys some clips of transactions coming in and out of the wallet, signing up, and also I've dropped a Medium article that you guys need to check out to kind of get a better understanding of what's going on behind the scenes and the mechanics of it. It'll make you feel a lot better than any DeFi project in the space. And it's all wrapped up in the best Bitcoin wallet you will ever use. Let's check it out. All right, guys, in this video, we are about to put this project to the test. I am going to, over the course of this month or so, I am going to create 5 wallets for this project. Now, I do not recommend any of you guys do this. The only reason I'm doing it is to give you guys a view of how the system kicks out returns for various amounts that are deposited into the wallet. So I will be dropping a wallet of $100, of $500, of $1,000, of $5,000, and then of $10,000, because I think this is a good range for you guys to kind of assess and determine, hey, what range do I come in and what kind of returns can I expect within a certain amount of time? Because keep in mind, as you look at this, this is not, again, and I repeat, this is not 15% APY. This is 15% on your deposit, which can pay out in weeks or months or in even days and stuff. So this is the first time I've run this test, and it kind of sucks to have to create all of these email addresses and these accounts and stuff. But I'm doing this for on your behalf, and I'm also doing it just to kind of assess it myself, because I've never actually run some tests like this before. So it's actually going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, I was going to do videos on the details of every aspect of this project. However, quite a few of you guys have already come out, signed up, so I don't think it's necessary to go through the details of what it takes to sign up. But thus far, I've already created 2 accounts. Okay, I'm gonna show those to you here. All right, this is the first account that I created. Notice there's no Bitcoin, no credits. I haven't used it yet. I just created it. And that account number is 67739. And I'm going to be logging these in a transaction. So for this 67739 wallet, I am going to deposit about $100. Well, I'll put the Bitcoin amount here. And the estimated value will be like $100 in this one, $500 in this one, and $1,000 in this one. And I'm going to do that today. All right, so I'll be logging these. I'm gonna create this account here. Then once I recoup, because there's a 10% fee on the deposits, once that recoups, I am going to specify the date here. So we'll have the date it was deposited, the date I recoup my full deposit, and then the extra 15% on top of that. I'll flag it here on when there was a full payout. Because as the site goes, you get a net of 15%, but since you pay 10%, and taxes or fees, that deposit fee, you receive 25% in credits and you get a net of 25% when you walk out. And that's 15%, correction, 15% in Bitcoin that you're able to exit with. All right, so let's get started. To get started, let me just go ahead and quickly register for an account so you guys can see it. You've already done it, so I'm not really going to get into detail. Just know that you got to do that 0.0007 minimum. And I am going to use this new email address that I created. Put that in here. And it's really this simple to register. Just put that email address in, get that submission code. Should come up any minute now. Oh, you know what? Is this the right one? Yeah. 1000 Proton ME. Okay, there we go. All right, copy that. Enter in here. Bam. And you see it's just that easy to create an account. You're in there. So from this point, you can start sending, doing whatever, playing in the marketplace or whatever the case is. But for this case, notice that it did default me to Canadian dollars. It kind of does that when it detects that I'm in Canada. I got my VPN sitting over here in Canada. But to change your currency, just go to your settings. And just change your display currency. I'm going to put that in pounds. Okay. So now anytime I go to a page, it's going to display that in pounds. All right. So this is how I'm going to break it down, guys. I'm going to deposit $100 into the first wallet. Let me see what this account is. This is 7765. So let me enter that real quick. That's 7765. Okay, so I'm gonna put $1,000 worth in that account. All right, so for the $100, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deposit $100 worth of Bitcoin into this account. The next thing I'm going to do is deposit 1,000 into this account. Now, when I deposit 1,000 in this account, I'm going to show you guys how simple it is not only to receive Bitcoin into your wallets, but that you can send that Bitcoin back out. So in this one here, I am going to deposit it, and then I'm going to withdraw it back into another wallet, and then I'm going to take from that and put it in this $500 bucket. I could just transfer it directly from here to here, but then I wouldn't receive the credits, and you guys wouldn't see how the credits produce at a $500 level. So there's a reason that I'll be completely taking it out the system and then putting it back in, if you understand if you follow what I'm saying here. All right, so let's get this thing started. I will start with this one here and send $100 to this 67739. I think it's this one here. Okay, so I just go to receive Bitcoin, and keep in mind when you come down here, you can create as many Bitcoin addresses as you want to. Okay, but let me go ahead and scan. I'm going to send some $100 worth to this address. Just scanning it in. Let's see. Put in about $100. I'll click that send button. We'll confirm. All right. Okay. Send transaction. That was confirmed on my phone. So at any given point in time, if I come over here, once it actually hits the blockchain, it's sitting here saying it's awaiting a confirmation. That confirmation should come in, and I should see a pending fee here. But while we're sitting around waiting on that to go through, let's jump over to this one that I'm going to be depositing $1,000 in. All right, so I am going to click on receive Bitcoin, and let me go ahead and prep another send. Okay, Scan in that QR code. Let's see, I'm gonna put $1,000 worth. Click that send. Let me confirm it. All right, and keep in mind, guys, I just created these accounts now, so it generates a new Bitcoin address each time, and you can create again as many Bitcoin addresses as you want to. Also, on that level, while we're waiting on these transfers to go through, when you create one, you can either create a typical SegWit that starts with a 3 or that BEC32 address. These right here are actually going to be cheaper for you. They are more efficient to send data on the blockchain because the data is smaller. So this is what I would recommend. We use the 3 addresses because not all systems are able to support the BEC3 address. So you do have an option when you create a new address of which one you want to use, and you can name it whatever you want to. All right, let's go back to the dashboard on this one, see what's happening. Okay, that hadn't hit the blockchain yet. Let's check the other one. This hasn't hit the blockchain yet. All right, so while we're waiting on that, let me check this transaction. Yeah, I'm looking at my phone and everything is still awaiting confirmation, so it probably has not hit the mempool yet. Once it hits the mempool, it should start showing up, even though it's not confirmed. And it requires, because of the amounts, it requires about 3 confirmations before it actually confirms the deposit into the system. Let's see, while we're waiting on that, is there any other information that I need to show you? Okay, I might as well explain this. When you guys create an account, go ahead and go through the full process of it, of securing your account. By going to settings, you want to update your password, put in a Bitcoin recovery address. This is a Bitcoin address that you have access to outside of this network. So if anything was to shut down, the government shut it down, the servers go down for a long period of time, or whatever the case is, the nodes that are running in the background will recognize your Bitcoin address and automatically trigger a send to send you your Bitcoin. And of course, you can switch your currencies, which you've already seen. Notifications. These things may be important, particularly when you're playing around in the marketplace, because if you're placing orders out there and you want to walk away and be notified that your order went through, this is definitely a good one to have open. If you want to be notified of payments that you receive, which, yeah, I can go and do that. When I receive the payments, it'll send me a notification in the email. This one, not so much. I don't care. I doubt if anybody logs in besides me, and I'll know when I log in. All right, that's all it is to that. And then the 2FA transactions, I'm going to explain this a little bit. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Authy is canceling their desktop feature, or at least they're canceling the support of it. I don't know if that will continue or not, but this was designed to either scan in this QR code with your app, and if you don't have a phone on your device, like if you're on a PC or something like that and you don't have a camera hooked up to it, you can click on this, it'll copy a code, and you can paste that code in your Authy app that's running on your desktop and be able to do your 2FA that way. Okay, there's some other features that I think are self-explanatory in this process as well, and I think other members have actually come out here and already set things up fully. So, and I haven't received any negative feedback about that. So it seems like that is working properly. All right, let's go back and see. All right, we're still waiting on anything to come and be recognized on the blockchain. And since it's not at this point, we will pause the video. Ain't no need in prolonging this. Pause this video at 5:04, right, and see just how long. Yeah, it's still saying awaiting confirmation. So it has not hit the blockchain yet. Let's see if there's anything else I need to go over. I could go over marketplace things, but I think this might be better to be done at a later time when we actually get in the marketplace and people will start using it. You're able to see the transactions, purchase the transactions, and things like that. Of course, I can't buy this now. That's disabled because I don't have any Bitcoin. If you don't have any Bitcoin, you can't buy any credits at a discount. All right. Right. And that's pretty much the gist of it, but I do want to keep it plain and simple to begin with, without getting into too much detail of all of this. As transactions begin coming through on your wallet, you'll see a little window, a little view icon next to each particular instance that it affected, and you'll be able to click on that and see details of the transaction. But just as a quick summary, since we're here and waiting on some payments to come through, basically, if you copy all of this, copy all that, throw it in an Excel spreadsheet, and sum those numbers up, it will always equate to this number here. So essentially, when you come in to keep things very basic and simple, you can come here and say, hey, this is the amount of Bitcoin I have, and this is the value in whatever currency I chose. This is the amount of credits I have. And this number here is always, well, will continuously decrease because the system is always converting credits into Bitcoin. All right. Same principle here. If you copy all of these credits, paste them, you'll notice that the sum of all these will equate to that. So you can always track very specifically your transactions at this level and to more detail. When the window pops up, you can click on that and see even more detail. All right, I am going to pause at this point and we'll try to come back maybe in about 3 to 4 minutes. All right, guys, check this out. It's 5:30 and I just looked at my phone to check the transactions and it was submitted. But check this out, man. This is another reason why you guys are going to love this wallet. I mean, I checked out Atomic Wallet, Garter Wallet. They're having issues. Now I just sent 2 payments, one for $100, one for $1,000 through my HODL wallet. And it defaulted to this right here, 17 Satoshis per virtual byte, seeing that the minimum, I think at the time it was more like 35. But how in the world is it going to default me to a block or a fee that is that low? So when we click just to show you this is the transaction here. We sent the payment and it was going to this wallet right here, right? Let's click on receive Bitcoin. That's that one right there, right? So it's sitting there waiting, and at 17 Satoshis per byte, it might be a day, maybe even 2 days before this goes through. Now that you guys are seeing that, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to check the fee. Typically, the fees by default will get you in close to the next block that comes through. But I'm sitting like 5 blocks behind in those transactions, and I can't update it on my wallet. So I'm going to come over here just to show you guys something else. So when you come and you send payments from this wallet, like I say, it does check the mempool, see what the current rates are and things like that, and it will adjust the fee accordingly, right? If you put an amount in there, whatever the case is, it'll do a calculation, and a fee like that will get you in the mempool and get your transaction processed without it being in a block like this. So it's paying $13 in fees by default. This sucks, guys. So I'm gonna pause this video. I'll check back on it tomorrow. But the good thing is it's a video, so you ain't gotta watch what I'm doing over the next 12 hours because I'm gonna be sleeping. All right, guys, we'll pick up on it after this transaction goes through. All right, we'll holler. All right, guys, it's about 6 hours later, and let's pick up where we left off. All right, so the transaction went through, and this is what it's looking like. This is my 67739 account when I sent $100 to, and of course, it's showing up here, showing the current balance in Bitcoin, and it's showing also the amount of credits I received. It is showing in GBP, so let me switch that over to US dollars real quick, so things will be a little bit clearer. All right. Okay, so that $100 came in. It charged a fee of 10%, so we see the deposit fee here, and it deducted that from the balance. That's why that's not $100 worth of Bitcoin. And from that, I also received a 25% of that deposit in credit. So this should have been like $25 at the time, but it looks like the credits have started converting, as we can see here. So this is what the system does all the time. Once it hits a deposit comes in, it starts converting those credits from the credits that were issued to you. Also, since we're here, I'm going to describe a few things I had mentioned in the previous part, how these view icons start popping up. So for your deposits that come in, everything, you'll be able to see the detail for it. You'll be able to see the address, the amount that was received, so on and so forth. And you also have a link to the transaction, so you can actually see where that transaction came in, what block it was in on the mempool, and all that type of stuff. So this transaction actually did come in about no, that's when it was first seen, but it did come in kind of early yesterday. But anyway, considering the low cost, putting me out there for 17 Satoshi, but dang, well, it's really cheap to send Bitcoin right now. Now is the perfect time to continue this process that I was doing. Okay, so the plan was to send $100 worth in this wallet, $500 worth in this wallet, which I have not yet sent, and $1,000 worth in this wallet. So this wallet did receive it. Again, it's in pounds. The same type of information. You click on it, you can see what, the transaction. You see that I received 25% of that in credits, and these have started converting as well. And at this point, the plan is to send this $1,000 back out. And let me put this in US dollar real quick as well, since we're talking US dollars. All right. So that's $900 worth of Bitcoin that I currently have, and it is converting like it's supposed to. Perfect. Now I am going to send out a payment out of here. So just as quickly as the money came in, I can still send this amount out, and my credits will still be converting into Bitcoin. But before I do that, I'm going to show you an internal payment. And I'm going to do this internal payment to this wallet here. No, the one here that I'm going to put $500 in. So I'm going to just do a send of $20 worth of Bitcoin to this wallet. And then I'm going to send that to one of my fellow YouTubers out here. We've been chatting back and forth. He got an account, and I told him I'd drop him $20 worth, so he gave me his Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and send that to him, but if I send it to him, you'll be able to see the transaction from my end, but you won't be able to see it from his end because he's not doing videos. So I'm going to simulate that. So I'm going to send $20 or $21 or $25 or something like that from my wallet that I put $1,000 in, which is this one here, and I'm going to transfer it to the one that I want $500 in. Okay. So, and that wallet is, let me get the address, receive Bitcoin into this wallet. And this is why I say, guys, you do not want to have multiple wallets on this thing. I mean, I'm looking at this junk like confused. Which page is which wallet is which, right? So, I mean, trust me, just one wallet will suffice. And like I said, you can have as many wallet or Bitcoin addresses as you want to in here. But I'm going to copy this address here. This is the one that I want to send $500 to. And as we see currently, there's no Bitcoin in here. Okay. Now from this wallet, I'm going to transfer, send Bitcoin to my own wallet. All right. And I'm going to just paste that address in. Notice once I do that, that transaction fee drop. It recognizes, hey, this is a address within the network, so I'm going to be paying much less of a fee, right? And unlike yesterday when I was trying to send something on the blockchain that took me a long time to send it, at this point, the transaction is going to go through instantly. I do have the option of sending that, so I'm going to say $20. No, I'm going to say $25 because I need still need a little bit of money. So I'm going to send this. Notice it charges me no network fee, only the wallet fee for the transaction, which is like $1.27. So I'm going to confirm that transaction. It went through successfully. If I come back over here, bam. So instantly, you're able to transact in Bitcoin. And now that this wallet has this Bitcoin, I'm going to go ahead and send that $20 on over to Michael. So actually, let me put this back in US dollar as well. All right. And I'm going to send some Bitcoin to my boy, Michael. All right. Where is it? All right. So we had this chat here and it gave me this Bitcoin address. So I'm going to just copy that, put it in here. Look at okay. All right. I'm going to switch that to US and I'm going to send him $20 worth of Bitcoin. All right. Same thing as the previous. I'm going to hit confirm. Bam. It went through. So he should have received that $20 and we are good to go there. That's how simple the site is. Of course, I haven't been using it on a regular. This is my first time actually getting out here and playing with it, doing transactions to this level. And as you guys can see, it's pretty much seamless. Now let me go back to this wallet that I sent $1,000 to, and I'm going to transfer all of that back. But the key thing I want you guys to see and understand is once your deposits come in, whether it's from an internal transfer or an external transfer, you can actually send this money out. There's no tax on the money being taken out. You're only paying the network fees to hit the blockchain or a small wallet fee to do those transactions, and the wallet fee is fairly minimal. Also, again, you have, since I sent the withdrawal, now that there are records of withdrawals in my system, I can come out here and click on it, and it gives me the details of that transaction. In addition to this, by default, it'll give me the wallet because it recognized that, hey, this wallet is something that existed inside of the network. So by me recognizing this, I can say, okay, I sent this to my $500 wallet, and I could change that to my $500 USD wallet, right? And it'll keep track of identifying Bitcoin addresses for you. You can do this when you're sending out payments, as far as the ones that you use to receive payments. Like if you click on receive Bitcoin, each time you create a Bitcoin address, you can name it as well, where you're actually required to name it. So you can identify which addresses are receiving money. All right. So let me get to the point of sending out the rest of this Bitcoin. I'm gonna just return it to one of my wallets. You know what? I hate to use Atomic Wallet, but I use my HODL wallet here. 1 second, let me pull up this address and I'll check back in just a second. All right, guys, I'm back. Got my Bitcoin address that I want to send this to. I'm gonna send it back to my HODL wallet. So I am going to send Bitcoin. I'm gonna send it here, and look at this address. So we know the mempool is kind of, I think we saw that it's kind of cheap right now. Get out my way with that. Kind of cheap to send some transactions. Yeah, it's down pretty low, so that's pretty good. We should be able to get in that block fairly quickly. These things you ain't got to worry about per se. And let's see, I'd send the max. Maybe I keep a little bit in here. I really don't have, actually I will keep a little bit in here because I may use it for the marketplace. So let me send out maybe one. Actually, I'm gonna just do it in US dollars so I can get a better perspective. Okay, I'll send out 700 of that. Click on that send. Make sure I'm putting in the right address, saying I'm sending an amount of $700. That's a network fee that is going to charge by getting it on the network. That's the wallet fee. That's the total. I'm click on confirm. And in this case, since the payment isn't instant, it's going out there to be processed on the blockchain. It allows you to, it queues up the transaction and it allows you to view the transaction by clicking here. This is pretty much the same thing as coming to the dashboard and clicking on one of these windows down here, right here where you have pending withdrawals. You can access this the same way. All right, so it gives you the basic information where you sent it. You can copy that address again if you want to. And at this point, it's just a waiting game, waiting for that to hit the blockchain. Okay. Let's see. And we'll see just how long it takes this payment to go through. It's 1:12 a.m. now. And we do not have a transaction ID as of yet. So we'll kick back, relax, and see how long this goes through. In the meantime, let us review a few other things. So notice anytime you have some transactions that affect either our Bitcoin balance or our credit balance, it's going to be shown in these ledgers down here. Bitcoin balances and changes to the credits. All right, this right here is pretty much a handy tool because this lets us know the rate at which our credits are converting into Bitcoin at any given time. So once it's been a day, once a day has gone by, you'll be able to start tracking this information. So that deposit came in yesterday. And this right here is showing me how much has been converted since that deposit hit my account. So remember, I get 25% in credits of the deposit and it starts converting. So this gives me an idea when I dropped it about 6, I think it came in about 6 something yesterday. So I've started earning or receiving back that credits. So it's converting from credits to Bitcoin, and that allows me to track that. And this should be a number here, should be constantly moving. This one constantly decreasing, this one constantly increasing. All right. Let's see what else. And if I don't want to play around, oh, let's go over this one here. This shows me the credits. So right here, it shows me the deposits. Here, I'm clicking on the credits, so I'm able to see full detail of why I received those credits. It's saying I got 25% in credits based on a deposit amount of that Bitcoin, or about $1,000. right? Uh, Shows me the address, the transaction ID, which you can click on, go look at the mempool. You can enter in some notes here, whatever you want to, about this transaction, which is helpful, and I'll get to that in later videos, particularly when you are trading in the marketplace. Let's go ahead and talk about that now real quick. In this transaction, I see that I received a $1,000 deposit. Okay, the credits issued to my wallet was about $250. Okay, the net increase on that, this is very key because this is the extra credits that I'm getting. So once I cover 10%, you know, I am back having a balance of what I ordinarily deposited into my wallet, right? But I'm getting that extra 15%. So this gives me eyes on how much extra I'm getting. Okay, so if I know I have 0.0022755 free credits, right? This is what I receive for free, and because everything else is going to break even, so that I have an extra $150 worth. If I don't want to wait for the conversion here, now keep in mind credits are like have a 1-to-1 correlation with Bitcoin. So if it's one credit here, it's going to be converted to one credit here. But if I don't want to wait on this slow, tedious process, I can go out to the marketplace, and this gives me visibility on how much I can choose to sell. So right now, this is a free $150 that I've received, right? So I can easily come out to the marketplace and say, okay, you know what? I'll sell this whole thing, this 0.0022755. I come out to the marketplace and say, sell my credits, 0.0022755. 0.0022755. All right. And I can sell it at a 50% discount, right? Who wouldn't want that? 0.0011, right? And if I was to put something like this out on the marketplace, I would essentially be selling those credits, which are worth about $150 for about $72. And certainly someone would want to go out there, scoop that up. Those credits would end up in their credits, and they would essentially be buying Bitcoin at a discount. All right, so I just thought I'd drop that little information about the marketplace so you guys can see how effective that can be. Now, okay, so we got a little bit of feedback from this withdrawal. So here's the withdrawal. So I sent that $700. Let's see, has it reached my HODL wallet yet? Check on that real quick. And it has not reached my HODL wallet yet. But there's the transaction ID here. We could click here, and it actually just went into the block. So here are blocks that have not yet hit the blockchain. This one just did, so it's sitting on one confirmation. So after about 3 confirmations, I should see that in my HODL wallet, and from there I will transfer $500 to the 500 account that we have. All right, so we're going to have to wait on those transactions to go through. Again, this is the benefit of having and using a wallet like this. All of the information and the transactions are readily available for you to look at, for you to verify. Here's the one I sent to my $500 wallet. Remember, I sent $25 so I can send it to Michael. And everything, as you get used to the system, everything becomes very crystal clear and kind of gives you ways to earn free Bitcoin and hit the marketplace and trade. All right, guys, I'm going to pause this video one more time, wait for this transaction to hit my HODL wallet, and then I will be transferring $500 to that 500 bucket. Let me update this real quick, and we'll go ahead and leave the deposit date for these on the 6th because that did come in maybe about 6 hours ago. But we'll change this one here to the 7th. So we can monitor how long it takes for us to recoup our balance and how long it takes for us to get that full 15%. And for this purpose here, I will not put anything in the marketplace until these have completely fulfilled. So I just want to know how long it takes to convert these credits into Bitcoin. And it's going to be different for different amounts. If I deposit $100 in, certainly I'm going to, or theoretically, I'm going to get that full payout before I would the 500 and the 1,000, and then the 5,000 and the 10,000. All right, guys, I think I'm going to pause it here, and we'll see you for that $500 transfer in just a minute. All right, guys, looking at the mempool, we are 4 confirmations in, so I did actually receive the Bitcoin into my HODL wallet. So now I am going to transfer those $500 here. Okay, so this is where I left off, where I sent that $20 to Michael. And just as a reminder for myself, since I got all these things going on, I'm gonna say that was Michael. And what this does, guys, it gives me kind of visibility in the future to see who that wallet belongs to. So I can say Michael Jones, YouTube, right? So anytime, I don't necessarily have to look at that address. If I ever wanted to see it, send Michael some Bitcoin in the future, you know, I could just go look through my history of withdrawals, see it here, bam, copy that address, head out there and send it to him. It's just that easy, all right? Another thing, guys, you know, you're seeing how long it's taking to send these transactions on chain. So if you want to send some Bitcoin to anybody, to a loved one, to a friend, or whatever the case is, and you have a wallet, you guys see how easy it is to register for a wallet. Let them know, hey, go ahead and sign up for this because you're going to get your Bitcoin, and I'm going to click a button. You're going to get it instantly, and I'm going to save a lot of money in transaction fees, right? So this wallet has some serious use cases. It does that. It relieves all of that congestion that's on the blockchain. And I mean, just every level, this project is like a win-win. No matter who touches it, no matter who plays around with it, they're going to make money. The only way you can really lose money here is if you sell something in the marketplace for less than you bought it for, right? So you guys just look out for that. I mean, it's very difficult to do that. I don't know why you would do it with all the tools that are here and available. But nevertheless, let's get to this $500 wallet. So this is my $500 wallet. I'm going to send here. So to receive a payment, again, I just click on that send or receive Bitcoin, or you can go up here and click on receive Bitcoin. And I'm going to try sending it again. This time I am going to change or edit my Satoshis per byte on my HODL wallet so it don't stick me with them transactions like it did last time. Let's see, I'm going to scan this thing in. All right. This one here, I'm going to send 500, right? Okay. It's showing a transaction fee of $2.51. I need to increase that. All right. And I will send it. Confirm that transaction. Bam. Okay. So the transaction's on its way. Is saying awaiting confirmation. So we just have to kick back, relax. Again, it's going on the Bitcoin blockchain. And when we receive it, it'll show up here. In the meantime, And I know this is a long video, guys, but it's packed with information that you guys really do need to know. Now, rather than dropping, like I say, a whole lot of these videos, because it takes quite a bit of time to do this stuff, I went ahead and dedicated some time to write a Medium article that kind of delves in and gives you guys an understanding of the mechanics that are going on the back end. Okay, so I will put a link to this in the description, and it is the best Bitcoin wallet ever. You guys check it out and actually use it. You're going to see why this is the best Bitcoin wallet ever. All right. And one cool feature, you know, you register for Medium, you can actually just kick back, relax. You ain't even got to sit and read through it.
The best Bitcoin wallet ever.
Button,
Finally,
and it'll kind of read it out.
A Bitcoin wallet that generates yield for its.
I know some of you guys like to hit my video, go get some coffee, you know, kick back, relax and stuff, and just listen. So this is one way to do it. And this is really packed with some good information. Starts off with the definitions, explains it is a custodial wallet, what's required, how it works, and how it's sustainable. I'm sure you guys are going to want to know and understand this, and it's explained in pretty good detail right here. All right. So you guys kick back, relax, enjoy this. Get the information that you need, and as you start using the wallet, man, you guys are going to be thoroughly impressed. I promise you on this. All right, head out of DeFi. Stop wasting your time, your money, your resources. You got to get out there and hydrate and deposit more money into the system. No, all that stuff is old. It's archaic. That's done with as of today, right? Here's a source where you can enter in Bitcoin. And guys, I know right now I'm talking to many of you that are in DeFi and you like these coins that you know have low value. I'm telling you, you can still have 100 Bitcoin. You might not have 1 Bitcoin, but you can have $100 worth of Bitcoin and still build on that, right? You deposit it, you're getting your 15% in free credits, and you always can hit out to the marketplace to buy, sell, and trade your credits for Bitcoin or vice versa. Very powerful technique to increase your Bitcoin holdings. And this Medium article, again, will explain how the system is sustainable. So I know the only other thing is to establish trust. Well, you guys know my history, right? So you can go out there, see the projects I've developed, see the things that I've kicked out. And also, I'm doing these videos here. So you can see firsthand how the system works. It is not taking money or it's putting it straight out on the blockchain. All of the transactions are very clear and visible for everyone to see. So, and you can always trace it back to the blockchain, which is the beautiful thing, right? So there's nothing hidden going on that's going to swipe your Bitcoin. Use that Bitcoin, build that Bitcoin, because the next bull run is coming up, 2025. I mean, we already in a bull run now. So my boy El Salvador, he dropped something yesterday and mentioned, you know, now ain't the time to buy Bitcoin when the candles are green, you know, you chasing the price and stuff like that. However, yeah, I'm not the one, because I've been selling off Bitcoin too as the price goes up, so I can buy it back as the price goes down. But in order to get into a system like this where I know that I can receive an additional 15% on my deposits, that opens the door for me to say, okay, you know what? I will buy some today and I'll transfer it over here to this wallet and earn extra on it. So if the price does drop 10%, guess what? I'm earning that 15% in this system just by moving money here. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm looking at my HODL wallet and it's still awaiting transactions for this $500 wallet that I'm going to be using. All right. So again, it's slow. It'll probably take a minute. So let me just update my numbers here. All right, so and this is the $500 wallet. I have not received anything yet. This is the $100 wallet. So I'm gonna look over here and see that I received 0.001517 Bitcoin. 0.001517 Bitcoin. That's $100 worth. And this account here, I had 0.015. Let me just copy that. Copy that. All right. And I'll be using this spreadsheet, this Excel spreadsheet in the future. So again, you guys, all of us will be able to see how long it takes to get my initial deposit back. And that is the initial deposit, right? Yeah. That is the full amount received into the deposit. So I'm able to track that very good. Okay. And the reason, of course, it's so low now is because I sent that $700 out and all that type of stuff. All right, guys. I think that covers pretty much everything we need. I'll take care of this $500 wallet whenever the transaction comes through. And when I drop the next video, just to post the updates that are going on here, we all will see how long it takes to make that profit of 15% on certain amounts. All right, so this is going to be interesting. It's also going to be interesting to see how long it takes to recoup when I put 5,000 out there and 10,000. But I'm going to pause on that, let you guys get out there, play with the system. Still not releasing the URL to the world at this point because I don't want to hype up one site over another. But if you guys want to share it with your friends, family, loved ones, some people that follow your YouTube, please feel free to go ahead and do it. Right? I'm just not going to do it directly. All right, guys. That's all we got for this video. I hope it was informative. If you got any questions, comments, please leave them in the description. And you guys are fortunate to get in on this so early. This is going to be straight up massive. Massive. All right, guys. We'll holler on the next one. Peace out.